Hello, this is Billy. Billy Does Motorcycles. I'm going to give a little commentary on what exactly is going on here right now. I have a little Chinese 125 you saw in the burnout video. That is a very good bike for the kids. Very well made kids bike. But sometimes it's a little hard if the adults want to get on that little 125 and have some fun. It's a little hard for the adults to have fun. It's mainly just made for kids. Well, enter the 2021 Apollo Z-40 with a manual clutch. This is a little small pit bike that's much more made for the adults than the little 125 Coolster is. The 125 Coolster is an automatic clutch. The Apollo Z-40 is a manual clutch. So that is what attracted us to the Apollo Z-40. That is why I purchased it. It's going to be a pit bike for the adults to enjoy. As you can see right there, the truck driver is dropping off the package, and I'm getting ready to go to work and wasn't expecting him, but he showed up, and so I got to give the package a quick little inspection before the driver can go. And so I'm getting into the box right here. Gonna at least give a visual inspection just to make sure that most of it's there and hasn't been totally destroyed by the rough traveling it went through to get to my house all the way from Indiana. Don't understand why it had to come from Indiana. They got a warehouse in LA, but I guess they didn't have the Apollo Z-40 there. So yeah, all the way from Indiana, and boy, it was kind of roughed up. Had some blemishes on it, but for the most part, it was in good shape, and I was happy with it. That's just what happens when you transport a motorcycle like that. And you put it in that little cage like that. And, it's a few blemishes, but it's a dirt bike. I wasn't too worried about that. So let me go ahead and get you back to the video, and I will commentate as necessary.
Thank you, too, brother. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Alrighty, gotta check this. That was nice. I didn't even have to. Where did you grab the
As you can see here, the little steel cage, that the protective cage that the motorcycle came in, has got little nuts and bolts holding it together, and they're actually nice little nuts and bolts. And I would recommend, if you buy one like I do and you're unboxing it, don't throw those away. You might need them. I know I did. Putting on the number plate on the handlebars of the motorcycle, it didn't really provide nuts and bolts to hold that number plate on the handlebars, and so I simply used the nuts and bolts that I got from that frame right there, and it looked fine. They worked fine. It's almost like that's what Apollo intends you to do. It seemed to me like. All right, now back to the video. Okay, right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to remove the fork tubes. They're well padded up, but they're not exactly placed in the protective cage that well. So I wanted to get them out of there, And I'm trying to keep the wrap on them so that I can set them on the concrete without damaging them or putting blemishes on them. You know, you want to keep your fork tubes real pretty. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm trying to very carefully remove the fork tubes from the protective cage. Ah, celebration finally. Got it out of its protective cage. Now I can finally get the wrapper off and see what this baby looks like. That little chingadera thing I got in my hands right there that I'm unwrapping is the front brake caliper. So that is a very important thing to unwrap and get ready for installation. Oh, that's pretty important. Take off that seat, get all that plastic off. And that is absolutely correct. I did have to remove the seat to remove all that plastic. It gets caught all up underneath the seat and everything. And best way to do is just pop the seat off real quick, unbolt it, get all that plastic off, and then put the seat back on, and you're done with it. Well, I got one of the fork tubes in, and I'm getting ready to get my Allen screw, my Allen socket ready to bolt that first tube down, that fork tube, and I'll worry about torquing it to exact specs later. I don't even know what they are at this point. I'm just going off of 53 years experience of torquing stuff down and doing it by feel. So I will torque it to exact specs later, but for instructional purposes only, or testing purposes only, I am going to just torque it down by the feel. Now at this point, when I'm torquing the second fork tube down, it's important, you need to look at the fork tubes and make sure that they're both even. I basically move the fork tubes in the steering stem just high enough for the nut on top of the fork tubes to clear the fork stems so that you can put a wrench on them without any interference from the fork stems. So that's how I do it. That's how I do it. You can actually customize to your liking where you want the fork tubes to be placed at in the fork stems. It's up to you. But when I'm on a dirt bike, I like my suspension to be as high as possible. Alrighty, here we are. We are on the handlebars now. And you know what? I think after I install these handlebars, I think I'm going to cut the video short after this because this will be part one. This video is too long to assemble the whole bike. Got a lot of work done. Not a whole lot left. I'm making some progress here, but yeah, to avoid the video being too long, after I get these handlebars installed, probably gonna call it quits after this. So, in conclusion, the handlebars got torqued down, and I'm making progress on this bike. And to keep the video from being too long, I'm gonna stop it there and get this video out tonight. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you can give me a like. I hope you'll share my video, and I hope you'll subscribe to my channel. And this is Billy of Billy Does Motorcycles, signing off.